The 3 pitfalls that prevent wealth from bringing happiness. Buddhist teachings. Today's theme is the 3 pitfalls that prevent wealth from bringing happiness, based on Buddhist teachings. Many people strive for success or wealth, believing it to be the key to happiness. But in reality, it often doesn't lead to true happiness. Today, let's explore why having money doesn't always bring happiness and examine the 3 pitfalls from a Buddhist perspective. First, let's consider the kinds of people who struggle to find happiness after gaining wealth. This issue tends to arise particularly among those who suddenly acquire a large amount of money. Whether it's from unexpected business success, a lottery win, or a large inheritance, having this sudden influx of money can often disrupt one's mental balance. The 3 pitfalls we will discuss today are fraud, wasteful spending, and mental anxiety. These issues don't just affect the wealthy. They are concerns that everyone must be cautious of. Even those of us who struggle with financial difficulties will find today's discussion valuable, so please stay with us until the end. The first pitfall is fraud. When you have money, people tend to flock to you. Fraudsters, in particular, have an uncanny ability to detect who has wealth, and they will approach with enticing investment opportunities or business deals. They might say things like, "Invest in this, and you'll double your money," or "This is a sure thing." And people, especially those who have come into money unexpectedly, are at high risk of being deceived. In Buddhism, this desire for more money is known as greed, or sayoku in Japanese. Greed is one of the 5 main desires, and it is said to be a root cause of human suffering. As taught in Buddhism, the more material wealth you have, the more your desires will grow, just like a fire that continues to burn. This expanding greed is what makes people vulnerable to fraud. The more you want, the easier it becomes for others to deceive you. The second pitfall is wasteful spending. When you suddenly come into a large sum of money, it's easy to fall into the trap of wasteful spending. People may buy luxury cars, build extravagant homes, or start dining at high-end restaurants. It's as if a long-suppressed desire has been unleashed. In Buddhism, this type of wasteful spending is referred to as ignorance or mumyo in Japanese. Ignorance means acting without understanding the consequences of your actions. While wasteful spending may bring temporary satisfaction, it doesn't lead to lasting happiness. Over time, as the money dwindles, regret often sets in. One consequence of wasteful spending is the ratchet effect. This refers to the difficulty of lowering one's standard of living after it has been raised. As Buddhism teaches, once people become accustomed to a higher standard of living, it becomes harder to control their desires, leading them into a cycle of constant dissatisfaction. Managing these endless desires is key to sustaining happiness. The third pitfall is mental anxiety. Having money does not guarantee peace of mind. In fact, those who suddenly acquire large sums of money often feel overwhelmed by new anxieties. How should they use it? How can they protect it? These are worries that arise precisely because they have money. In Buddhism, this type of anxiety is known as attachment, or shujaku in Japanese. Attachment refers to the strong desire to hold onto material things or status, which binds our minds and deprives us of freedom. This attachment creates fear of loss and a tendency to compare oneself with others distancing us from peace of mind. In Buddhist teachings, letting go of attachment and seeking inner liberation is the path to true happiness. So, how can we avoid these 3 pitfalls and achieve true happiness? Buddhism teaches us the importance of following the middle way. The middle way means avoiding extremes in both lifestyle and desires, maintaining a balanced approach to life. It's essential to avoid wasteful spending just because you have money. But at the same time, it's not about living in poverty. It's about maintaining a balance and not letting wealth or desire control your life. Another key concept in Buddhist teachings is impermanence or mujokan. This teaches us that everything is constantly changing and nothing lasts forever. By accepting this fact, we can free ourselves from the anxiety that comes with clinging to wealth or material things. Instead, we can appreciate what we have in the present and live each day with gratitude. Ultimately, the happiness we should strive for is not dependent on external possessions or circumstances, but on inner richness and peace of mind. In Buddhism, there is a principle known as contentment, or taru wo shiru in Japanese. This means being satisfied with what you have and feeling grateful, which helps release us from the endless cycle of desires and worries. By paying attention to the Buddhist teachings and being mindful of these 3 pitfalls, we can avoid being overwhelmed by money and success, and instead find real happiness. So, especially when you come into unexpected wealth, it's important to remain calm, look inward, and not be swayed by desire. To sum up today's discussion, the reasons why wealth may not bring happiness can be found in the 3 pitfalls of fraud, wasteful spending, and mental anxiety. In Buddhist terms, these pitfalls stem from greed, ignorance, and attachment. When we fail to control our desires, these issues arise and lead to suffering. However, by following the Buddhist teachings of the middle way, impermanence, and contentment, we can avoid these pitfalls and achieve true happiness. If you find yourself feeling overly attached to money or material things, take a moment to pause and reflect. What is truly important for finding peace of mind? As you consider the path shown by Buddhist teachings, I hope you will move forward in your daily life with mindfulness and balance. Thank you for watching until the end. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.